Hi guys, welcome to this video. The topic is the ArcoLinux tweak tool. We have released new ISOs for XL, XS, XS, LTS, XD and the B Plasma. We've released one new ISO here, Carly N7 for ALCI and a new one for a riser. EndeavourOS has released one, right? And also Garuda, and that's this video. Let's install the new Garuda. So this is the workflow. It's also important that you see what could be a possible workflow, right? Just made a video about EndeavourOS. So we need to go up a little bit and go for Garuda ISO, and I always take the one from XFCE. You see, voila, lots of versions, and off we go, thanks to the help of the nice project of Calamares. We're gonna install it. This thing only interesting if you can't boot up. So with an E you can have a look what's behind it and even type something if you want to change something, say driver equals free nouveau.modeset.1, etc. If you want to change things, give the boot up another parameter, that's here. So the choice is always the same on most of them. That is, either you go open source or you go NVIDIA. This is ButterFS. You see Snapper there, BTRFS, ButterFS, B3. All kind of names. And if ButterFS is your thing, I recommend you go to Garuda because they're the specialists, right? In my eye, anyway. Install Garuda Linux. Dutch. It wants me to tell things on Dutch, but nobody can follow if I do Dutch, right? There's not enough space. Look at that. I have 28 something. Does not satisfy the minimum requirements. Now I'm gonna learn you something. I wouldn't be a hacker, right, if I didn't know where to go for Calamares. Settings, where is that settings? Is that in the welcome? So in here somewhere, there is the definition of how much required storage, 29.9. You see it? Now the question is with what? AB word, mousepad, So none of these guys apply. What I'm gonna show you shouldn't do, but knowledge is everything. Set BE sudo nano better welcome conf, right? And I believe I have 28 or something, so I'm gonna say 27 to be sure. Yeah, 0.9, why not? X, yes, up. And then you launch it again. What's that? Cancel. I clicked something here. Install Garuda, and then it says, all right, you passed it, right? It's just a check. It's in there. It's not hardwired. It's code. You can change code. I just hope I have enough space. Okay, Brussels, United States, one level back. Let's see here. So that's 15.9.2. The latest release, unfortunately, we have to change these things here, and this one, it's okay. This is a bug we know of. The fix is xkeyboard config in a downgrading of a package, and then it works as well. No swap. Up, and yes, please log me automatically. Next, install now. All right, then we can have a look around. So what you see is what you get. Is a general rule, unless somebody in the Calamares configuration here, actually it's still open. Well, no, they should add packages.conf. So the configuration for a module, and in that module you say go delete, go delete, go delete, go delete. But normally, and what you see is what you get, besides the fact that the dependencies of Calamares need to go, because those guys are KDE stuff, and we're on XFCE, so we don't need them. Here is MintStick. Yes, Linux Mint. Yes, awesome tool. Yes, thousands of already of burns and no problem at all. So choices, GTK hash, micro. So if you say what's this, type it in, yay, micro, okay, yay, GTK hash, C of Paru, and then you'll see either it's going to be on AOR or it's going to be on, voila, ArcoLinux, and then you install it. Development melt, yes, yes, yes. I'm afraid my Sublime text is not there. That's easily fixed. That's what the AOR is for, right? For the fun. Work with PTV also a little bit. Not many videos, but the ones that I made was easy. Well, I mean, it was functional. Whoa. Now we see them all in one go. You can freeze the video. Okay. And this one. Every distro has its own applications, and it's up to you to learn them. What does it do? When do I need it? And do I need it, of course. Yeah. Let's take a look at the content of the appearance. Advaita dark and Papyrus dark. And maybe you were wondering the mouse. Just Advaita. So lots of things to still tweak and theme and all that. Yes, 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 yes. I think we better wait for the installation. You've seen it all. And then install the ArcoLinux tweak tool. Pausing. We're almost at the end. Miscellaneous post-install configurations. Ouch, they have not given the -D at the end, so basically we can't see anything. There is no toggle. Otherwise we would see very complex text of Calamares. No problem, there is still the Calamares log that is normally, if the developer wants that. We need to get out of here. Whoops, Control F. Close, power off. Get rid of the ISO. Then we boot up again. So I wanted to say that if the developer has installed a module of Calamares, then we can go and have a look in the file system, var log Calamares. It's not there, so we can't know what we've done. No. Oh, sorry. No. Never show me again. Close. Voila. Do we have an up-to-date system? Sudo pacman. Don't type update in Garuda unless you have some time. Doofus. All right. Update is actually not not the same alias anyway, not the same thing as on ArcoLinux. It's not an alias at all, but a user bin update. And this is your job, right? Is you go to another distro, you need to figure out what is this. He's going to look at the mirror. the mirror list. I always find this funny. I don't know if the whole world uses the same name, the same word, but duct tape is something to strap somebody up to the ceiling or to the wall. That's duct tape for me, and I always find it funny when I see that. Duct tape. Here's your fix for the X keyboard config, the fonts, the keyboard and Calamares that we did not see, right? We need to downgrade that, put it on our own ISO, on our own repository for the ISO, and then you install with the old package, and later on you'll update. But then you don't need it anymore. But we need an old version for Calamares to show these letters. Okay, well, red things. Always look at the red things. What's that? What's that? Dracut. There is no Dracut needed. Dracut image. I believe Dracut was not for Arch-based things. I can explore that besides after the video. So the rest. Garuda does not exist, he says. Sudo pacman -s yyU. Okay. Okay. There are some strange lines in here that I don't understand. Database file, Garuda does not exist, use. But we've done an update here. We've done an update. And that's a strange line. Okay. Analyze, right? And then we stop. Done. Okay, quit Firefox. And then we stop. I'm gonna make a clone. This is Plymouth. This is not Dracut. Now I'm gonna clone, right, and pause the video. And finally the clone is there, right? You have to wait a little bit, but it's worth it. So now we can play with this setup, decide to change this, decide to change that. You mess it up, fine, delete the clone it again, start from scratch and say, okay, let's make this script, for example, a bash script, and perfect it. And time and time and time again, you rerun the script until it's perfection. We're going to go for the ATT. First of all, open the door. Voila, done. So, is this system using LightEM? Yes, it is. Otherwise, I could not, was unable to remove it, right? So SDDM is not installed. Okay, that's something I know already. Is Yay there? No. Is Paru there? Yes. And we're up to date. Paru, Arch, Linux, tweak tool. Number 1, install. A Q to quit this thing, and then yes or an enter to install the dependencies and all that Python stuff for a Python application. Yes. Okay. Ah, there he is. So Arch Linux tweak tool. I do these steps first because I know I'll run into issues otherwise. We need to get the keys in and the mirrors for ArcoLinux packages. We can't install BSPWM and all that from the desktop if not available. So we first need to tell pacman, keys, mirrors, and here are the lines in pacman. So that's not done yet. So here are the lines, one line extra, one line extra, one line extra inside pacman. So if we do a Control T, don't type update, sudo pacman -syyu, we got 3 extra lines. The databases need to come in. It needs to download whatever it is that we have on our systems, and because of that he says, hey, there's an other file or version, etc., and everything will come in. So this is the one from the AUR. When I launch this again, it's the one from ArcoLinux, which in this particular moment in time, there's no difference. So working on Garuda, he knows where he is. You can do all kinds of things. We've made already videos about all the possibilities, but what I'm interested now is the new thing that we've made. If SDDM is installed, and SDDM is applied, enabled, sudo systemctl enable SDDM, that's that button there, down there, right? Auto login, yes, no. Into what? Into nothing. Okay, nothing. ArcoLinux simplicity is installed. And there are more cursors, but there are already cursors, well, just the one. So we have all the variables we need, and it will say so. SDDM settings saved successfully. If I had forgotten to set the cursor theme, it would say, hey, you forgot something, right? So it's really going down the list, basically top down, and then apply. SDDM settings saved successfully. And since it's a login manager, you can't log out, you need to restart. And then we can test if also here the wall is perfect. Wall stands for wallpaper and for backgrounds. So this is SDDM. You greet it with SDDM, with the simplicity. One of the more beautiful SDDM themes with not that much dependencies. And then we have grub, login. So LightDM is there, LXDM could be there. We're talking about the combo SDDM wall at this point in time. This one is just for SDDM. So this is just a drop down and it's void, it's a dummy, doesn't do anything. But later I would like to be able to set LightDM as well with clicking the buttons, right? Or the slick greeter. So it knows either it's LightDM GTK greeter, it's slick greeter. I'm on Garuda, so I'm going to do this. I'm on EndeavourOS, I'm going to do that. It's a whole programming behind it. But for now, it's just void, right? It's just always SDDM. We can say, let's go for, which happened, this is a long time ago. Select and apply background. Login, wallpaper, saved, etc. Quit ATT. And that's the fun. Because in Plasma, we go to system settings, and we have the ability to change the background in system settings, in SDDM there. That's awesome. But on ArcoLinux we have 28 desktops. 28. And there is no SDDM Plasma anywhere near. There are no system settings. So this way, we have always the tweak tool to grab an image. And as you see, the difference is already enormous just by selecting a wallpaper. And I'm sure you have your own collection of wallpapers and you're gonna say, oh my god, this is a good idea because I can import an image. Let's find something Garuda wise. I can import an image, user, share, normally backgrounds, but right, just us. Let's see Garuda. Migration scripts, no such luck. Gamer, there's some stuff here. The question is backgrounds, right? wallpapers maybe. W, wallpapers, Garuda wallpapers. Circuit, I have no idea what this will be. Let's take something Garuda stuff. Desert Eagle, Imperial Eagle. There are quite a few. I have no clue what I'm gonna select, but voila, it's just an exercise. The Imperial Eagle. I'm gonna import the selected image. That's the one. I'm gonna select and apply it, quit it, go out of it, log out, and done. And suddenly you have this as greeter, and you walk away, you come back to your computer and say, wow, right, this is great. So voila, that's the test. The test is successful. So the ArcoLinux tweak tool, the new tab that we have there, is going to work here as well. Enjoy the tool. Cheers.